everyone. This is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane, and today we're going to concentrate on our hamstrings. We'll do a lot of hamstring stretches and leg strengtheners and also some back bends, opening up the front of our bodies as opposed to concentrating on the back of our bodies. So those are the three things we'll be doing today. What might be helpful, just to give you a heads up, is if you have a scarf or something to use for the stretches. At any point, as if you do my classes on a regular basis, I use a Pilates ball just to have handy, a little tiny little one. There's also just very low weights, 1 pounders, no more than that, maybe no more than 2, and a towel at some point. But we might not use that today, just to have handy. But for today, we'll definitely be using the scarf, and we might be using the ball. If you don't have the ball, then I'll be. You just don't use it. You just pretend you have the ball. Okay, so let's sit up nice and tall. And before we do any kind of sitting, getting ourselves situated, ready to do any breathing, I want you to just find that comfortable seat. Take some extra flesh from underneath the sit bones. I don't care how thin you are, we all have a little flesh there. Ground yourself down. Make sure there's some space between your back and the back of the chair, if you can. Feet flat on the ground. So let's start with our feet. Feeling the feet on the ground. Let's just do a few little rocks and rolls of the feet, coming onto the heels and rolling onto the toes and lifting onto the heels and then onto the toes, and keep going kind of back and forth just to get our ankles and our feet warmed up, ready to go. Okay, then come back and flatten out the feet, and let's do a few little arm reaches. So inhale your arms up to the sky and just let the arms flow. Now the key here is, make sure you're breathing in. You're not just lifting your arms. Try and get the breath high, and then exhale, lower down. Then inhale, lift, and exhale down. The inhale for most of us is a lot harder than the exhale, believe it or not, but it's true. And then place the hands down. Let's do a few little shoulder rolls. Inhale the shoulders up and roll them back, down. So if you're spending a lot of time leaning forward, let's roll them back and down. Inhale, lift, and roll them back and down. Inhale, lift, and roll them back. And then now forward. Roll the shoulders forward. So inhale, forward, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Let's sit up nice and tall. Let's take your head to the right. Feel that stretch in the left side of your neck. Right ear over the right shoulder. And if you want a little extra, feel free to take your left hand and press it away as if you're pushing into something. And then inhale back up, drop your head to the left. This should feel nice on your neck. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, push, 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 and then lift up. And then chin to chest. And then inhale the head back up, and then drop your head back. Feel that stretch in the front of your neck. And you might want to, while your chin is up, do a little bit of a rock from side to side. Our necks have a tendency to get very, very tight. Just from sitting, we don't use them a lot, except to, we're looking forward or we're looking to the side, but we rarely let them kind of wobble from side to side. Let's actually let our heads wobble from side to side, a little bit of a sway, just a half circle in the front, so not a full circle all the way around, just a little wobbles. Let your body relax a little bit as you drop your head, chin towards your chest. That should feel nice. Okay, now take your shoulders back, and I'm going to just spin around so you can see me. You can stay exactly where you are. You can now see the back, the space between the back. There's quite a significant space. The reason why, if I were to sit back here, I couldn't touch the ground properly with my feet. If you need to, just put something underneath your feet. So let's do a few little cats and cows. Always important to warm up our spine. We do this in every yoga class, whether it's a mat yoga or not. Let's pull the belly in towards the spine. Let's bring your chin towards your chest. Then inhale forward, opening up your heart. And then exhaling back. And inhaling forward. You can close your eyes when we're doing this because it's a nice way to decompress. This is your time you're taking care of yourself. So if you were lying in a tub or you were having a sauna or getting a massage, you would have your eyes closed. So take this moment to let your eyes close. Breathe in as you lift forward, exhale, round back. Inhaling forward, opening up your heart, then exhaling back. And one more time, inhaling forward. This time, hold. And I know that we're going to start to do some chest openers. The chest openers are here. Now, what I want us to do is take your hands on the chair itself and press it to the heel of the hands and press open your chest. You have an option of keeping your feet flat on the ground. I have a lot of gadgets here. Or placing the heels on the ground with the knees soft and lifting through the chest. Now I'm almost on the edge of my chair. Bend the elbows. How are we going to do this? So you can't really do this, not on the chair. You could do it. Oh well, we'll do it another time. But I want you to just lean back and then press forward. You can do it if you were sitting on the side of the chair, without the back. But inhale, lift up, and exhale back. You can do this. Bend the elbows, inhale forward, and exhale back. So your elbows are outside of the chair, the back of the chair. If you want, you can always swing around and just make sure and do it without the back of the chair. You just go sideways, and then you could bring the elbows in closer. So you decide. Lift up and round, and then inhale, lift, and then round, and one more time, lift, and then place your feet flat on the ground, or you could have kept it that way too. And let's just bring the hands on the knees and slide forward. Drop your head. So if you've done a lot of things, you're leaning forward a lot. This is a nice stretch. Why it's a nice stretch is because you could drop your head and it stretches out the full length of the spine. Because usually when you're working, your head is lifted. Let your head drop. So if you're cooking a lot, cleaning, organizing, your head is usually lifted the whole time. What I want you to do is drop your head and look back. And breathe in. Let all the tension roll off your back. And breathe in. And you can do this with your bottom off the chair as well, if you like. And then let's take an inhale. When you roll up, I want your chin to stay tucked and lift up and draw your hands onto your lower back and lift up your chest. Now, again, these can be done off the chair standing. You have that option. I'll do it sitting for a few of these. I want you to roll down, but as you roll down, your chin stays tucked. Let yourself settle down and just shake your head no, shake your head yes, and then take a breath in. And as you breathe out, keep your chin tucked, keep it tucked. It's the heaviness of the head that causes a lot of the strain in our upper back and our lower back. It's because you're leaning forward and your lower back has to carry the load. And then as you place your hands on your lower back, you cradle that back and then lift your chest. I'm going to do it standing, but you can do it sitting. We're going to roll back down, forward fold. Take an inhale and exhale, gently roll up. Chin stays tucked the whole time. Just keep rolling, 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 rolling. Chin stays tucked. Don't lift up until the very last moment. And then take your hands on your lower back, lean back. Open up your chest. Let your chin slightly tuck. It's not lifting up, it's lifting forward. It's pointing forward. And then lift back up. Now, you can, once standing, that's all come to standing. I'm just going to spin this around. Once you're standing, think about a straight line. I'm going to show it to you from the side. Most of us spend the day with our chin forward. I'm exaggerating. But yeah, some people that much. But you see us. We walk like this, yeah? And our shoulders are rounded, exaggeration. I want you to bring your shoulders, roll them back. Chin, pull the head so that the head and the pelvis are in line. So you're a straight line. And I want you to get used to that position. Because what happens is then your body, you're in an even line and your core is holding your head up. Okay, so we'll stay like that. Let's reach our arms out to the sides. We won't use weights for this one. I want us to do some arm work. I want you to bring the palms face up, and I want you to turn the right arm as if you're twisting a doorknob on the right side, and then bring it back, then the left side. We're alternating. Okay? You can do this sitting as well. But as you're doing this, be careful that you're not starting to lean forward. Stay tall. Keep the belly pulled in. Tailbone. Oh, I'm starting to screw up. So I'll alternate. Make sure your tailbone is tucked, is lengthening down. So working these shoulders, working these arms. This one's, if you're having a difficult time, I'm having a difficult time with this one. And I'm the teacher. And then let's just sweep it out, just wash away all that residual, whatever we are carrying in our arms, as if you're just flopping it over across the room. Just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. We're going to do some shakes. So another thing is important is that we move. We move. We do some gentle moves. Make sure you have space and you're not going to, everything's out of your way. Just flip your arms from side to side. And as you flip, you're bending and straightening. And think about head is not forward. Your head is on top of your pelvis. And let's just start to go a little faster. Let your arms flap like bird wings, baby wings. They're learning how to fly. Not coordinated yet. Just flip, flip. So take a breath in, and we're going to go faster. This is something, if you're doing this at the end of the day, is a good thing. Beginning of the day, I suppose any part of the day. But it gets your heart going a little bit. Wakes you up, gets you ready for bed, all those things that we need. Okay, now what we're going to do now, make sure if you have any knee issues, you can do this sitting, some of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that we're skiing. I'm going to see how I can do this. Okay. This is funny skiing. So forward arm, I don't ski like this. I don't know what I'm doing here. A funny skiing. But so you're bending and straightening because we cannot actually ski. Arms are swinging forward, opposite hand to opposite knee. Make sure opposite arm, opposite knee, opposite arm. Now start to move a little bit like this has now become a dance. If this hurts your knees, just do your arms. Just move the arms, move the arms, move the arms. And then let's slow down, and then straighten out. You don't want to overcook those knees. Okay. Let's do I'm going to face the chair. Let's inhale the arms up. Let's exhale hands down on the chair or all the way down. If you're all the way down, drop your head. No tension in that neck. Keep shaking it. let it go. Let the tension go. Take an inhale and exhale. Roll back up. As you roll up, bring your hands on your back again. Push into those hands. Lift your chest towards the ceiling, hips forward. And then let's take the hands back on the chair and just hold for a moment. Walk your feet a little further back. Let's stretch out in our downward dog. And then let's come back up. Let's do a little bit more cardio. So what we're going to do now is you're going to just tap. Just as we did, I suppose in the 80s, 70s. When you tapped one foot, this is how you used to dance, right? And used to click. But I want you to just tap. Let the shoulders. I laugh because I see myself. I think, this is fun. This is fun. So tap, tap. You can move those hips. You can move those shoulders. And now what I want you to do is go back and forth, but let the arms sway. So you're reaching the arms out to the side, and you're bringing one in, one is out. Off. So one bends, the other one stays straight. If you want to, you can go higher. That's if you can do that. Just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Try and get the sides, come back to the chest, the height of the chest. Keep going, keep going, keep going. One more time up above. See, go a little bit deeper into the stretch. And then release down. Just take a moment here, let your heart rate drop a little bit so that we're going to do some stretches in just a moment. Okay, shake them out. Standing with the back of the chair with your left hand, so make sure we'll start with our right foot, so left hand's on the chair. We'll do a few little leg lifts to strengthen our legs. Take our right foot forward. Now I'm going to turn around so you can actually see what it looks like. You're going to lift, tap, lift, tap. So I went a little too high. Make sure the knee and the hip are in line, not higher than that. Lift, tap, lift, tap. You can do it facing me. I'm going to do it from the side just so you can see it. Now lift and hold, flex, point, tap. Inhale, lift, flex, point. So now we're working our feet. Lift, flex, point. Whew. You can feel your thighs working here. You could do this sitting as well. Just lift your leg up, do the same thing. One more time, lift, flex, and hold. Hold, hold. See if maybe you can take the hands up and maybe reach the arms up, or maybe one hand stays on the chair and one arm up. And then lower, and just shake it out. Okay. Left side. Right hand on the chair. Now this takes a second for you to get yourself together. Hands on the hips. So lift the left knee up and then point down. So again, I'll spin here. So you just want to come as high as the hip tip, tap. Inhale up, exhale down, tap. Inhale up, exhale down, tap. Inhale up, exhale, tap. Inhale up, exhale, tap. Inhale up, exhale, tap. Now from here, inhale up, flex the foot, point the foot down. Inhale up, flex, point, exhale down. Inhale up, flex, point, down. Inhale up, flex, point, down. This time lift up and hold. See if, and I'll spin around, you can just pick one arm up, or you might be able to do both. And then lower down and just shake it out. Let's face the back of the chair. Let's do a Let's slide the hands onto the back of the chair. Let's open up the chest. Let's do it again. Let's bring the shoulder blades back. If you can release the chair, bring your hands behind you, either on the lower back or interlace them. A little bit more intense, interlace. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift your chest. Let's just hold this for a few minutes, not a few minutes, for a few breaths. Keep your chin parallel to the ground, so it's not tipping up and it's not tipping down, it's in the middle. Just a few breaths here. Countering that forward position or shape that you spend your time in, and then just flick. Okay, let's come back onto the chair. I'm going to face the side to show you what this looks like. We're going to do a few little hamstring stretches. So many of us have very tight hamstrings. The people, when you say I can't touch the ground, a lot has to do with the tight hamstrings. When your hamstrings are tight, that impacts back, everything really. Because when your back is affected. So I'm using a different scarf today, but you can use a scarf and just take hold of the foot, the left foot, the ball mound, not the arch, where the toes, those hard calloused areas on our foot. And then let's just bend the knee, take an inhale, and exhale, straighten. Keep that right foot flat on the ground. And I want you to hold this, rebend, but just about halfway, and then straighten again. And take the left heel, point up to the ceiling. And as you do so, roll your shoulders back, chin, head in line with your pelvis. So you're not inching forward, you're not bringing your hip or tipping forward, and you're not tipping back. You're in the middle. Soften the shoulders down, lift the leg up, and just hold. We're going to hold this just for a few breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhale and exhale. Now from here, take both straps with the right hand, or you can have both straps in each hand. For some people, their grasp isn't so great. You need to have both hands on the strap. So you can easily do that. Take your right foot, cross it over your, left leg, cross it over your right. And then maybe there's the option of just keeping your left hand on the edge of the chair, or if you want a little extra, you can take the hand on the back of the chair and twist. As you pull your left leg to the right, you're leaning towards the left, looking. And then, as you can see, my leg is lifted. I'm trying not to, well, you might have to slide it forward, that's why. Okay, then lower down, let's just shake it out, shake it out. Feel in for a moment at the difference of how the legs feel, one compared to the other, the one we just worked. And then let's take the strap up the right foot. Right on that ball mound. These scarves come in handy. They look good. You can wear them for going out, but you also can exercise with them. Bend the right knee, take a breath in, and then exhale, straighten. Now your straighten might be much lower than mine. Don't try, you want to straighten the leg, so that might be where you have to keep your leg in order to have a straight leg. And then rebend just a little bit and then straighten and hold. Now, I could easily lean back and that would be it, but I want to work my core, keep my core strong and lower my shoulders. So I'm not leaning up against the chair. Take your right heel, press it up and down. Now, you're going to feel lots of stuff happening here, especially if you're new to this. Don't be afraid. I mean, if it's painful, then come out of it. Anything you come out of. But this is this area that does not get stretched. We don't stretch it because most of the things we do in life wouldn't stretch that area. We wouldn't do it. So this is an opportunity. And then let's take both straps in the left hand or both straps in the hand And then you might have to slide your left leg a little further so you can cross your right leg over the left and then turn and look to the right. Either right hand on the chair or both hands on the strap, or right hand hooking the top of the chair, and twist. Breathing in and out. And then bring that left leg back and then take the strap off. And before we finish up, I'm going to do one last thing for shoulders. Take the strap, lift it up. I'm going to double mine because mine's very long. And lift it up so it's about, your arms are straight. So you might have to let some of it loose. But arms are straight. I want you to take an inhale, lift up tall, and then bring the strap behind you. So you can see I'm bringing my strap behind me. This will help open up the front of your shoulders. Keep your chin parallel to the ground. Don't lift it up and don't bring it down towards your chest. Keep it even in between. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale. So this is for shoulders. This helps with posture and it helps just feel better. When our body's in synchrony or symmetry, or synchrony, you can even use that word, when it's not too always forward and it's not always back, you feel better. Okay, let's settle down as we close this class. Let's find our tall seat again. Feet flat on the ground. Keep your feet grounded. And notice maybe the hands, you're feeling some sensation in the hand from just holding that strap for that period of time. So you're using your fingers. Let's exhale completely through the mouth. Now inhale through the nose, lift the arms back up. Try and get the breath all the way up, or suck up a little bit more air and then exhale, lower down. Then inhale. And then exhale. You might find you get a little dizzy. Just then take a pause. Breathe, go back to natural breathing if you feel dizzy. We're not used to breathing taking that much oxygen. Inhale. And this time let the hands float in front of your heart, stopping right there as a gesture. This is a gesture of gratitude, compassion, love. This is the way we close, or yogis close their yoga practice. They seal the practice with their hands together in front of their heart as a gesture of gratitude and of a way to thank you for being part of this class, and wishing everyone well. That's what this is all about. So have a lovely, lovely day or evening whenever you watch this. Namaste, everybody. This is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane, and I'll see you soon. Hello everyone, this is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane. I have 3 simple stretches for hamstrings. For most of us, we don't stretch our hamstrings out, we feel tight, we can't touch the ground with our fingers. If you're a runner, cyclist, or just someone who walks, which is all of us, sits at the desk all day, your hamstrings become short, and that impacts our lower back, because our hamstrings are back here, and it's going to impact, it's going to pull on our lower back. So I'm going to show you some very quick, easy ways to stretch your hamstrings. It starts with just grabbing, you could grab a scarf, or I have a yoga strap. You don't need a yoga strap. A scarf or your own belt. So you can always pause me and go find something. I'm sitting on a chair. I'm going to swing around so you can actually see me. So I'm going to get started, but once you get your strap, you take the strap and place it on the ball mound of your foot, so where your calloused area of your feet are. Take your strap in your both hands, and then sit up nice and tall. Try not to lean up against the chair. Sit up tall and bend the knee in. Bend that knee in. So you take an inhale, and then exhale, straighten the leg. Now my leg is pretty flexible because this is what I do for a living. But if you are very tight, you might find your leg, you can barely lift it beyond your other knee. I would rather you do that than try and lift it high, because we're looking at straightening the leg with a little softness to the knee. We'll do this one more time, bend and then straighten. So 3 times we bend and straighten, then we hold. And when you hold, don't pull on it. I want you to take your heel, push it away, and pull the toes in. Soften the shoulders down, hold. And don't hold your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. By holding this stretch, this will help to elongate that muscle. And if you did this every day, and this is a stretch you can do every single day, you'll notice a difference. Okay, then let's lower that leg down and just shake it out. And then let's strap up the left leg. Something you can do at your desk. Just have a strap underneath it. Bend your knee, so place it on the ball mounds, take an inhale, and then exhale, straighten. You could do this with your shoes on, if you don't want to, if you're in an office where you have to, have your shoes on. But if you can do without your shoes, I would recommend it. You can have keep your socks on, bend and straighten, just because you want to work your feet as well. And if they're enclosed in a shoe, it's not as easy. And bend and then straighten. Now keep your legs straight. And again, some of us will be all the way down here. It's depending on what you're wearing as well. Take your left heel, push it up to the ceiling, pull back. Now you will feel lots of sensation all the way down the back of the leg. If you have any sciatica, be careful here. Just then keep the knee bent. If you have back issues like sciatica or anything, yeah, the knee can be bent. But you can actually push through the back of your knee in this particular stretch. Soften the shoulders down and hold and hold and hold and hold and hold, and then lower. You can hold that for, I would say, about 10 breaths, minute each side, to get the best. And if you did it maybe every day or every other day, you would notice a big difference. Okay, so that's one of the stretches. The other stretch is using your chair. Come to the lower part of the chair, the seat of the chair, or you can come down and just stretch out the back of the legs. And then maybe you can move the chair a little further back and come into a forward bend. If you can't touch the ground, which most people cannot, probably more people cannot than can, if you're, for people in this part of the world who don't do a lot of exercise, who are sitting at their desks too long, will not. But what you want to do is just let yourself hang, or you can actually place your arms on the lower part of the chair. Knees are soft here, they're not straight. There's a little softness to them. If you're very flexible, then you can push through the backs of the knees, but you have to be careful here. Some of us might need to bend the knees. If you have back issues, make sure you do bend your knees. And then come back up and just shake out. And I have one more. This is a downward dog. You can do it from the lowest part of the chair or the highest. Now I'm going to do it from the highest. Lowest is a little bit harder than the challenging than the highest. I would start with the highest, see how it feels, and then go from there. What you're doing here is you're pressing the tops of your hands onto the chair. Your knees are soft, they're not locked, and you're leaning. You're taking your tailbone, picking it up, reaching it towards the ceiling as you're pressed down with those hands. You're looking down to the ground. You're not looking forward, you're not looking back, you're looking wherever the ground meets your eyes, and you're stretching. In mat yoga, this is called the downward dog. So I'll just show you the downward dog, the mat version. Actually, sometimes I find this is more challenging. Can be harder, but it's actually kinder on your wrists, the chair version. So if you do have weak wrists and you're not very interested in getting to yoga on a regular basis, then this might be the best one for you. And then you come up and you will feel, my guarantee is you'll feel that a few times. You'll definitely feel that the next day. You can do these stretches every single day. That's the beauty of these stretches. And if you did it even 5 days a week, over the course of a month, you would already start to see a difference. You'd feel better, your back would feel better, your shoulders, because everything's interconnected. So I would highly recommend them. And they just make you feel good. Thank you so much for being with me. This is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane, and I'll see you soon.